As a college student, you're going to do a lot of reading. All of your instructors will ask you to read the textbook, and this information supplements what's happening in the classroom. So you need to use what you read effectively. And there's a method called the SQ3R program that really works well to help you retain information that you're going to get from your textbook. The SQ3R program stands for Survey, Question, Read, Recite, and Review. So let's look at each of these and see what it does for you. First off, you need to look at the chapter itself. This is called surveying. Go into your chapter, look at the title of the chapter, look at the headings in the chapter. What is this chapter about? That should give you some clues what to look for as you go through the chapter. Next, read the introduction, and then go to the end of the chapter and read the summary. The introduction and the summary can give you the context for the entire chapter. The next thing you need to do is start asking yourself questions. What am I going to learn from this chapter? And you can use those headings, those subheadings and titles to help you figure that out. What is this chapter about? And if you ask yourself those questions, you'll get the most out of the chapter. Then the next thing you need to do is read the chapter. But don't just read it from cover to cover, but read it to retain it. And the way you do that is to read a section, and then after you've read a section, then in the margins, place the key terms or the important information that you've gotten out of that section. Be careful using a highlighter. I find that most of my students use a highlighter too much, and most memory experts will tell you that highlighting is not the best way of retaining information. It's better to write it. So use your margins. Write in your textbooks the important information, and you will remember it better than if you use the highlighter. Okay, the next thing that you need to do is, after you've read the entire thing, is go back and recite all the things you have in the margin. This will help you memorize material as well. Then the next thing that you need to do is review. And there are many ways to do that, but the best way to review is to take that information and either write it out again in a notebook or go over it with your friends. Sit down with other people who are in your classroom and say, this is what I got out of the chapter. How about you? Did you get this? Or did you get something different? And if you will talk to each other, that will help you memorize material too. So use the SQ3R system and see how effective it can be. Survey, question, read, recite, and review. It may take some time to get used to this system, but I really think that if you use it, it will become a very important means for you to get through college successfully.